today's session really is about how can AI support us and where must human judgment remain central, right? So today's session, I'm glad to have Amana, who is my business partner, delivering this session, maybe at least for the first 30 to 40 minutes. Amana is actually a member of the Oxford Lifelong Learning from the University of Oxford. So he's really very passionate in lifelong learning. He's also a council member, the chair of knowledge management from the Institute of Management Consultants in Hong Kong. In addition to that, he's also the regional chair for the Association of Coaching for the Singapore and Malaysian chapter. And he has completed his coaching accreditation from the University of Cambridge. So today's topic, he is really very competent to address this topic much more than me. I do much lesser coaching than he does.
Thank you, Daniel. And thank you very much. Have this opportunity to meet our colleagues from Singapore. I really enjoy working with Daniel and using the DISC AsiaPlus in Hong Kong and mainland China as well as in Taiwan. So tonight, my major objective is sharing my experience using the AI recently because actually the how to say the consulting ecosystem has changed a lot since we already become DISC certified consultant. At the old day, we are so proud being taught by Daniel. We use our brain and our language knowledge to write a one page of a report in front of our client when we receive the graph without the description, and we can write the one page. Do you remember when you go through the accreditation? This is the only person require us to do this, because I also certify in 3 different kind of DISC assessment tools. They just do multiple choice. But through Daniel teaching, we are really test our ability and competency in understanding the DISC language and using the graph to project the description and written description, and we can talk to the client in front of the client. So this is so amazing. And nowadays, it's changed a lot because the AI is so smart and they can generate not only one page, maybe 10 pages from the graph. So it's very amazing. But how do we manage to compete or collaborate with this advanced technology? At the same time, we don't omit or forget our human knowledge and capability. This is my deepest message I want to tell every one of you. Okay. So whether we see this is a challenge or opportunity today. Oh, can you see the screen now?
Yes.
Is that okay?
Can.
All right. Yeah. So I got this order from Daniel since last session, the first session of DISC AsiaPlus live tutorial. Last time, some people asked about this using AI. So I prepared this for tonight, and hopefully it is useful and meaningful to you. And most important is, how do we ethically use it? Yeah. So before that, I would have to say a few words, and maybe Daniel will have more elaboration because just recently Daniel decided DISC Asia Plus has to be some guideline of how to use AI. So from my point of view, this is very important. Is as a practitioner, we we learn from each other experience. We try to use this technology for development and not for diagnosis. All the interpretation diagnosis work should remain as our kind of our our domain, our ability. So the tools is a tools, is a vehicle, help us to go faster. And the confidentiality is also very important. That's why tonight I share the case. It is a real case, happened last year, almost in November. So I will mask the company name and also the participant names. And the contract within you and me, I would say this is just for learning and it's also my reflection. And hopefully you agree with Daniel and my ideas of how to use these AI tools in a very professional way. So yeah, Daniel, over to you. You will have to say a few words about what is this professional standard.
Yeah, basically it's like a code of conduct. If you go to coaching, right, there is a certain code of conduct. And particularly in the context of AI, what makes this professional standard stands out is that we need to add the human factor into interpretation. So one of the ways that the AI will not be able to do is to use the profile within the context. So you get a profile, whatever the profile is, the generation of the report is always standard, right? Regardless of whichever vendor you go. But it is the coach who actually look into the context and then contextualize what is written in the particular report. And for you who have been trained, who have been able to interpret any graph that you receive, having that eyeball contact without referring to the report makes the whole session more human-led. So that's point number 2. Then number 4 is that use AI as a support, not authority. I know it's very tempting because the artificial intelligence really shorten our work, compresses it, and produce a lot of detail. But frankly speaking, if you are the other person sitting over the other side, you just want to take home 1 or 2 points, which for them is important. And that's where separates the coach from the artificial intelligence. So the rest is like confidentiality is important, and culturally and organizationally sensitive is also part of where the coach can separate himself from what AI can do currently. Okay, and of course, for the benefit of Caroline, who has been accredited years ago, we have included emotional response into the DISC Asia Plus because emotions forms a major part of who we are. And because the DISC only measure 4 factor, including emotional response, really have upgraded the 4 factor to actually a 5 factor instrument. So I think that's all I want to say. I want to listen to Amana's live case study. I think all of
Yeah.
you are waiting to hear. Okay, over back to
Yes.
you, Amana.
Thank you, Daniel. I believe that because this document is very important for every practitioner, may I ask Daniel, you share this document to everyone who attend tonight, or maybe in future, probably we should have a typical session of studying, understanding this principle. Yeah. So if you agree, then we move forward. The first things I want to have a quick poll from your experience. Where do you feel the biggest risk nowadays using AI? So A, the confidentiality, data handling being leaked out or being careless mistaken using the confidential data, privacy. B is biases or the misinterpretation. Even though using the report is written a lot of things there, but through the human mind and also using a machine to add on something, maybe in certain cases it will be misinterpreted. I don't know from your experience whether this is happening or is a high risk. C is about over reliance by the client. Maybe you can tell me the situation in Singapore, whether your clients is already over relies on the AI tools already. And D, last but not the least, is poor practitioner judgment. So I'm not saying in within DISC Asia Plus. So our practitioner should be well educated and highly sensitive, maintain our neutral judgment, non-judgment. But somehow I don't know the other vendors whether they also focus very seriously on this item. So tell me your experience. Maybe you can type on the check box either A, B, C, or D. You feel that it is a very high risk nowadays on using AIs. So I know TK is driving. You cannot do any typing. So you can just tell us your answer. Okay. Wow, Daniel, your answer is A. Hairline is B. Ye- Quite other people also choose A, huh? Three people choose A already. Yeah. All right. Any people you choose D or C? Anyone? So far? Hi, TK, you can tell us your answer. Which one you see is most high risk?
Uh, B,
B or boy, right?
D for dog.
Or D for dog. Okay, so
Thank
because
you.
since you are the only one picked the last choice, can you explain a little bit why you choose D is the most high risk?
I think the AI is so powerful, so you can see that many people they believe what they got from the AI.
Ah,
So it's the and I can tell them they rely on the result from the AI rather than our judgment. So I'm thinking they may rely
mm,
on that. Uh,
ah,
I mean, it's too easy to use the AI,
mm-hmm, mm-hmm,
And some of my students in university, and they just create their homework assignment by doing the AI, but you can find that everything's wrong, and the literature they use there never exists. And some
ah,
of this happened in Hong Kong, EU, and the professor being caught by such incidents. And that's
yeah,
why I think the practitioner, everyone is to rely on that,
yeah,
the authenticity. That's why I choose D.
yeah. Thank you, TK. So I know that Caroline, you choose B, boy. Maybe you can tell us your experience, why this become more high risk.
Actually, B is also somewhat connected to D. because there's a lot of information out there that people obtain, and sometimes people they take it as gospel truth. They copy and
Ah,
paste,
ah,
so they may not be they may not be as critical as they should. So they may
mm,
not analyze the information, and that
mhm,
is connected to D because of that. So there
yeah,
could be a poor judgment that might be made without maybe looking at both sides,
I
without
see.
verifying information, because not everything online is also accurate.
Right,
But it does a lot
right.
of work. I mean, there's got a lot of good benefits, but because you're talking about data, yeah, so which may not be accurate.
Thank you, Caroline. So we have many people vote A is the high risk. So anyone would like to tell us your thought and why A is the most highest risk? Stephen, Jonathan, Paul, you also choose A, right?
I think for any AI tool, um, if the issue is the moment you load any sensitive information or confidential information, you don't know where the data will be stored, right?
Mm,
And
mm,
even though if you go to ChatGPT, they say, oh, you can untick, the data security part.
yeah.
But people also are concerned that if can we really trust them or not?
Mm,
So yeah, so this part is a bit sensitive.
yeah. Yeah. Agree. Very true. Very true. Although how to say, like Microsoft or Google, they already give us some kind of promise when we subscribe. They say that the piracy is their highest priority, but somehow we just trust them. We don't know where they store our data on the cloud and whether somehow they will use it in some way that be not informing us. Yes, this is quite a high risk. So, Daniel, do you have any add-on on confidentiality, data handling?
Uh, Basically echo what Steven say. And of course, me being the developer of my tool, right, I cannot put all my questionnaire, my things into the AI, asking them to do everything for me, because
Mm,
then I don't know what they will use my data for, and
mm.
maybe regenerate another DISC Asia Plus, or maybe DISC Europe Plus or whatever. So I'm really careful lah. Um,
Okay.
with using of this AI.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you. So, those kind of risks actually is already being discussed by International uh, Council of Management Consulting Institutes since 2024, our annual conference. So I joined that conference online, and they issue a white paper and finally become our consultant guidelines. So all those risks are being concerned, and we agree certain avoid the risk measure we can do, try our best. And I think this is quite important for consultant like us. We are helping people development, not just using machine. We need to be very careful. So this part is quite useful. If you interested, I can share those guidelines to you after this session. So based on what ICMCI and also the ISO 2700 require our management consultant, when we use AI tools, there are three zones we need to pay attention. Some people will tend to rely on AI led. That means AI in control. Everything's the human will not have how to say will have but minimum intervention. So even though I know that some AI machine is doing coaching for humans, So far in EU, European Union, they have a very high concern of just using AI to do psychometric, psychology related work. But however, in America or in mainland China, they don't have this strict restriction. So that's why in America and South Africa and China, they develop the AI very fast because less regulation there. Yeah. So second, in the middle, the orange zone is using AI as an assistant only. So this is a middle risk, although AI is just doing some paperwork, doing how to say, if you don't double check, it's easily the outcome is very inconsistent, and somehow there is a black box effect. In fact, some data or some output is created by AI. We call this kind of hallucination. I forget how to spell these words. They say that the AI will generate some nonsense and mix up some answer to us. We have to be very careful. And the green zone we recommend, I think we align with Daniel issue, the 12 points of professional practice, which is AI enhanced only. So the human take most of the work in control, but AI is just helping us to enhance our workflow and process. So this is just a quick shot for us to concern. And tonight I share this case to you. There's some background, which is a company very sales oriented and very competitive in the market. They are very sensitive to their sales person information because very competitive in the market. If those information leak to other competitor, they will be very, very angry. So we have to pay very high sensitive to the data security, and they give us a very short period of time. There are 40 people in 4 subgroups. The leader, the CEO, want to bring the awareness to these 4 teams lead. They need to accelerate their distributor, their salesperson performance, and also they want them to be more aligned in the company's strategy. So they select DISC AsiaPlus as assessment tools, and also follow with the group interpretation workshop, and also some team building half days, and also some individual leadership coaching. So because of this complexity and short period of time, I believe I cannot do it by myself. So I employ some AI tools. I pay to do that because some free tools in the market are very dangerous. They will leak. I don't know whether they will keep this information strictly confidential. So I really subscribe and pay for several tools to do my work. So my challenge on these cases is how can I scale my insights and speed without compromise the confidentiality, psychological safety. So I think this case has given me a very big lesson learned. So what I have done or did is I focus on team level interpretation rather than individual one-on-one interpretation. Secondly, I just told my client this is a hypothesis. We are not going to label any individual salesman, and also not talking about their performance. It's just preferences or the culture. And we rely very much on dialogue-based validation with the team leader. So before we really issue the final consulting document. And what I didn't do, must not do, is individual profiling in the group deck, because we will have a presentation deck to the leaders and the CEO. So we avoid to have an individual profile for them. Everyone will have their own individual profile report, not go through the HR department, not go through the leaders. And the diagnosis work prediction and not ranking them at all, and no labeling individuals weaknesses. And also we don't we don't want the clients to use it to predict the performance. And I follow these 5 phases of using AI enhanced project management procedures. So some consultant may have more complicated step and process, depends on the complexity of the work. But for my current situation, I believe these 5 phases will be good enough. So maybe you will have your own process. And also I employ several tools. Mainly is using the Acrobat Studio. They have the AI assistant within the studio, because the agreement said that when I subscribe, the data is on my local computer, and also the specific area in the cloud, which is only I can access. Even Acrobat, they will not use it for their AI machine training. And also I use a lot of Comet by Perplexity, because it is very strong in research, and not only for the client data, but I need to do some research about the client industry, their ecosystem, and identify the challenge of this specific industry. So I use the Comet to help me to do the research. And also, if I have to write a long, detailed consulting report, after my first draft, Perplexity will help me to enhance the write-up and also draw the reference at the end of the page. That is very useful. And I use another tools is Microsoft 365, which is a business version. I have to subscribe, not individual Copilot, which is free of charge from what we have, or general, like if you using Microsoft, it come together with the Copilot, but it is for individual. And the salesman from Microsoft said that Copilot is not safe. So they always persuade you subscribe to their enterprise version, which is more, how to say, data protected. And they will not use our data to train their LLM. So actually, Microsoft is now work together with ChatGPT version 5. So I know that, Daniel, you're using ChatGPT version 5 nowadays, right?
Yeah, mine is also a paid version.
And for Microsoft, they also work with ChatGPT version 5. And however, bear in mind, Microsoft are very strong because they link to the PowerPoint, Excel, Word document, very convenient and very beautiful, the layout. However, they have several weaknesses. First of all, they don't verify the fact. They just rely on what we input to them. So garbage in, garbage out. Secondly, is they do not really strong on the ethical judgment. They will not stop me, even though I ask some nonsense question to Microsoft. They will still okay, let me go through. And very important, they have a lot of error and some how to say maybe some inconsistent content will come out even though I use the same prompt. I have many times I have to correct it from what they generate. But from the graphics point of view, from the Excel, from the words, beautiful. Microsoft, no problem. So the first step is data capturing. So because 40 report, I have to generate useful data and convert it into an Excel spreadsheet so that when I input to Microsoft, they will calculate very quickly. So the calculation, the metrics calculation, Microsoft 365 are very efficient. And in between, I put the data, because our DISC reports is come with the PDF document. So I input to the Acrobat Studio. They have a workspace. Maximum I can upload 100 files and extract the data from the PDF and generate to copy and paste format. I can copy to the Excel file. So I'm still thinking whether the AI can directly transfer from PDF to Excel, but I still don't know how to do that. So I have to use a very troublesome way. First, PDF come up with copy and paste ready words, and then I put those words and data into the Excel manually. So data capturing is spending a lot of time from this moment. But because of this long time, I have the control to verify whether the PDF extract the data by AI assistant is correct or not. So I have to correct and verify each data from each report. And also when I do this, I have to take out the name of the person and just use the code to represent the person. So from this first phase, I have to ethically control myself. No names, no identifiers, very anomalous and very purpose limited for the data set. So this is very important in the first phase. And I use the AI just extract the data from the DISC report and structure the table, the spreadsheet, and do not use it to interpretation yet. And the deliverable will be the Excel file. And there will be several Excel files. One Excel for one team. I have 4 teams. And each team has around 10-person data row. So, and then for Excel, each Excel spreadsheet will have 3 sheets. One is about the DISC report, and second sheet is about the emotional response record. Third sheet is about the team roles. So later I will show you. So this is the example of the prompt I used when I convert the data from Acrobat PDF document to become a copy and paste ready version and manually transfer those data into Excel. There will be a lot of paperwork I have to do. So the prompt is extract the process data to organize the content into a clean, paste-ready Excel workbook from the document, because all the reports are standard. Page 2, page 14, 11 to 14, and page 23 to 24, in order to generate what kind of style I want. So this prompt, if you can give more specific context and instruction to the AI, it will do the job for me. And it's 40 times. Imagine how many, if you read and write by your hand, it will take a long days to finish 40 report. But putting into the AI assistant is almost just a few hours work. So the team role insight is also a new module that DISC AsiaPlus offer since last year. Daniel, is it last year or 2 years ago?
Yeah, no, last year.
Just last year.
Yeah.
I remember I still help Daniel to translate into traditional Chinese and simplified Chinese. Yeah. So this is those data I capture and put into Microsoft M365 to do the computation and generate the Word files. So this is the way I do. So AI output is just a summary and sub-theme tables, some wording captured from the report about the leadership style narratives, just keywords, not the whole pages, and some generic recommendation. The Microsoft the copilots already generate for me to use. But very important, I have to verify and check, and I find it very painful, even though because I have to do 4 times, and each time I use the same prompt, it will come out quite inconsistent and different layout. So I have to change it, edit by myself. So this point, I would suggest this is where the consultant intervention has to take place. So the deliverable will be 80% correct only. Never think that the computer will give us 100% correct answer. And from the four phases, it will be where our value creation come from. So after the compile all these Word document, I will double check with using the comment perplexity, include the research outcome, because the industry challenges current ecosystem, how this sales organization facing what kind of difficulty in engagement, retention, and sales performance challenge, and also because these companies is cross-border in Hong Kong and also in mainland China. They have salesperson from Hong Kong and also from mainland China. There will be culture sensitivity. So I need to double check, not only rely on one AI tools. I have to double check with using the perplexity comment to double check, cross check. Then come up with some output. I will find that somehow, because using 2 AI, it will generate more data than I expect. So somehow it's over analysis by the machine. And also from me personally, I will be over analyzed as well. So how to reduce come to a very simple, straightforward, easy to read document, it still takes some time to really correct, become a final full report with 1-page executive summary and also a leader brief, and also some workshop slides, and recommend to CEO what follow up, what next after this whole group dynamic interpretation. So this is the fourth phase. And from here go on is more human contact and intervention rather than rely on the computers. So phase 5 is a delivery with coaching and training, facilitation, integrate together. So it will be a 6-month time frame project. After the first month, within 3 weeks, I have to compile all this data and submit to the CEO and also the leader, team lead. So I think on phase 5, I will more rely on Microsoft 365 because from onward, it will generate PowerPoint slide deck, participant workbooks, and a lot of graphic, especially when we build a PowerPoint slide deck. There is a lot of graphic. So M365 is very strong in this kind of graphic generation. So this is the output. I just summarized the output I have generated and the recommendation. So the 4 teams has been through the DISC report we generate some important dysfunction and how to turn dysfunction team to an effective team. So I employ to use a 5 dysfunctional team model to build high performance team. Maybe I think you will already use this a long time ago, this model. And also we find that recommendation to the clients, these 4 teams are very unique and they become 4 different engines for their company. So, but they still have some strength and potential risk. For example, the team A, they are very fast forward, taking a lot of action, but probably they lack of a structure and without enough planners role in their work, that will be in the long run they might have going too fast without established a structure. For example, the team S are very opposite. They have a lot of planner role inside, and because team S is the oldest team established in the company, they are more competent in leading and doing their performance-driven execution. So from this analysis, we strongly recommend the 4 team leader, they should collaborate together and leverage each other's strength and make use of their experience to bring up the first 90 days onboarding for the new joint salesman, how they can establish the culture within their teams. And we tell the CEO why these recommendations are important to them and what next. So we developed this solution. What is the value for individual distributor and also for the team leaders, as well as what is the value to this company. And building a strong team rely on a very open and honest culture, people willing to show their vulnerability, even though they cannot reach the target, they have to ask help from each other. I think for using the DISC report, help each other to understand where they come from and why they do something is very good, and on the other time, they might misunderstood or misperception the others. Uh, I think this is the DISC benefit to the teams. Yeah. And after this, all the project, I review and reflect myself. I compare DISC Asia plus professional practice pillars, the 4 pillars, and compare with ICMCI, the ISO 2000 framework. I find that all these 5 phases are aligned with both standards. So that's why I can share with you with my confidence. We are on the same page, we are on the same direction. Although there's still room to improve, but I think after tonight, we can have listen from your feedback. If you have your own experience, tell me. For example, what kind of things we need to unlearn and relearn in this AI over flooding eras. And last but not the least, my recommendation is using these tools with very high sensitive and using our ability, our knowledge domain to really control, just use the AI as an enhanced method, not 100% rely on it. Yeah, my sharing will be stopped here. So I really want to hear your feedback. Even though it's a question, it's more than welcome.
Thank you, Amana, for sharing with us your project and using the DISC report, and also sharing your knowledge and know-how. So I want to open this to the floor. Any particular questions that you have for Amana, because we only have 10 minutes left. So if there's burning question, please ask, because he's here to help you if you want to implement things like that.
Thanks, Amanda, for the presentation. Very impressed by the type of work that you have put inside. Is really amazing. Beside Perplexity, I noticed you use Perplexity a lot, right?
Yeah.
I also like Perplexity very much because they're very factual and accurate detail. Do you use any other AI tool? I mean, beside that? Do you use like Gemini, ChatGPT, and others like Grok and others?
Yeah, this is the good news for us in Hong Kong, because recently, just this month, Google announced we can use Gemini. I think it's 3.0 version without using VPN. Because before Hong Kong people cannot use Gemini directly. We have to sign up to American account. That's quite troublesome. I hope that sooner or later I can use Gemini more. I know Gemini, the powerful regarding the creative and graphic is very strong. So how's your experience, Stephen, when you use Gemini?
Gemini, now it's very good because they have basically Chat and Gemini. They're always competing against each other. So currently, I think Gemini is in the league now. But very soon I think OpenAI will also catch up. So they're always in this league.
True.
But
Very
I
true.
love both lah. I love both.
Yeah.
But
I really
the
want
caution is,
to have different tools to counter check each other.
yeah. Actually, you should also try Grok. Grok is by Elon Musk X.
Oh yeah.
Grok. Grok. They are pretty fast, and they're very fast. The speed of computation is super fast. But sometimes you may get you have to wait because many people are using it now.
Yeah. Yeah.
but it's free anyway, so you can try Grok.
Yeah. The problem I try to use Club, I find the output layout is not what I want. Somehow it's quite difficult to direct use from the wording clock given to me. So I compare with Microsoft and Clock. Finally, I know Microsoft has weaknesses, but their wording is more convenient to understand. Yeah. How about Jonathan, TK?
Any other people got any
Yeah.
questions? Caroline, do you have for
Yes, I do.
Jonathan?
This is an AI question. So if this is a paid AI, does it mean that the copyright belongs to you?
The copyright depends. You mean the data? The data
Yeah,
belongs to me. But
okay.
somehow, I don't know. If you pay more, they will say that your security is more guaranteed. Yeah, because I don't know where they store it. And they say that they give you a very specific space. If you pay more, you have larger storage space, something like that. Yeah,
Mm,
yeah,
okay, thanks. So what can I do? I've been doing DISC, but I know that there are different versions now. So I don't know who I
yeah.
should speak to. Daniel, I should speak to you now. Need to upgrade. Need to upgrade, then I need to do the AI.
Yeah. Now, if you want to
Yeah.
upgrade, you can come for the WSQ funded, because now the accreditation is funded if you want to come, because the whole accreditation is slightly has gone through some modification to fit the WSQ framework.
So do you have because I know I don't want this to like be a repeat, because I know there's a lot of advancements made, right, to the disk.
Yeah.
Yeah. So could you share that with me? Then
Yeah,
let me
maybe
upgrade.
we take it offline. We
Can,
take it
can, can.
offline.
And
Yeah.
then that's when your Amana's AI will come in. I think that makes more sense.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jonathan, you have a question?
No, I'm just sharing an experience. So recently I was in KL with a client, and interestingly, I'm not using AI yet. I'm still very new. So while I was actually sharing with them, they're already using AI to do their own report and all this. So there's a fair amount of accuracy. Thought I share this is the difference I found is the fact that they still want to interact with us consultants. So they do not want to just rely on the AI report. Then after that, they'll bring it, say, John, let me show you this. So what do you think? And all this. So there's also that humanistic part where we can ask questions, we can clarify, we can do all this. So I still feel there's that value. Now, of course, thanks, Amanda, for sharing this excellent presentation. I can imagine the amount of work behind all this. So I'm not so sure if, like you say, you have to hire people. I don't think I can produce something like that. So right now, what they have done is they took the reports, then they fed it into the AI. Then I'm talking about Facet. So then it started to have all the different things like their form of team report and all this stuff, right? So I'm still trying to figure out like, okay, so where do I fit? So that's where I am right now. And next week I'll be going for I actually shared with Daniel, right? I'm going for like some courses in Singapore, again sponsored by our government. But they're going to tell you the background and everything else. So I think it's valuable. Like tonight, I learned there are so many different kind of AI. So how you going to go about using it and all that. Yeah, so that's my comment tonight. Thank you for sharing. Yeah.
Thank you, Jonathan. Yeah, just for your information, I read an article today that McKinsey worldwide, they cut 25% of their back office staff. Those are research assistant, junior staff, and they use the resources to how to say, acquire their own agentic AI machine. Agentic AI means they act as a staff to support the frontline consultant. So they reduce 25% of the human labor and increase 10% of their performance to support the consultant facing to the clients. So from now on, the McKinsey generate the marketing research paper to you, don't rely on it because it's generated by AI.
Yeah.
But as you say, the AI replaced the jobs.
Yeah.
You say McKinsey
You
now.
are right, because I just sorry, Daniel, you go ahead.
Go ahead. No, I'm done. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I was about to say that I just met with a younger consultant as well, not from the tier one, not McKinsey. So he was actually telling us that this is happening in his firm as well. So he's saying that they don't need the researcher anymore. Yeah.
Yeah. And also in the long run, it will be a disadvantage for consulting industry because you lost a very junior consultant. They start to learn through their hard work and reduce the resilience when the big project or complex project come in. You don't have the human ability to react. You just rely on the computer. You rely on the AI only. So we are getting less and less people willing to join this industry as a career.
Yeah. Finally, sorry, I suddenly remembered an example that was showed to me. They use AI, right? So they use ChatGPT to do all the work, all the word processing one. Then after that, what they did was they used Gemini to add all the graphics, the photos, including the particular person. You can fill in the photo or video and all that, right? And then that came out to be quite impressive, to be honest. I mean, in another workshop I saw. So it's like I'm using a DISC report, then I get a report, I get all the write-up. Then I add Gemini for all the things. So it becomes like almost 3D, right? And finally, they use, what's the last one? Notes. Some notes. Do you remember the name? I can't remember.
Notebook,
LM.
Yeah. LM, yeah. Notebook LM. Notebook LM.
Notebook LM. So what was quite interesting in this particular workshop with SUTD, a local university here, is then that they use it and churn out the pop quiz on this, like, okay, now you're going to do pop quiz to try and understand this person. So the pop quiz or whichever can be a time of him as a leader, then him as this, him as that. So you can see the use of 3 AIs, but it produces something very engageable, very interesting. So the example actually they used was LKY, Lee Kuan Yew. So people are familiar, but I could see how this can go even as we go on to using AI. But there's still, I believe, the value that we could add in having that dialogue. Yeah. Even though AI say we can actually have a dialogue with you. Okay, but that one was very repetitive. And also the speed, the higher you pay, the faster the speed. It's very slow. Yeah.
Okay.
I apologize to everybody. You know why? I can't find my camera. That's why I can't see me. Thank you. Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much. We have exceeded our time by 1 minute. Thank you for coming.